jot it down.
Okay. So what you're seeing here, Harry, is different areas of the body coming up, and we comes up with numbers 1 to 6. So a 2, for example, is perfect. 1 is the body's in healing mode, and what the 5s and 6s is what we really want to go into. So once the scan, the diagnostic has been done, we go back into that organ, and then we look, and we click on the area of the organ because it will tell us specifically where the organ has a problem. For example, that I can't see what that one is there. That is the that's a cut through the brainstem. So this is looking at atherosclerosis. So Harry looks pretty good on that because he's got 3s and 4s. But we can go back and look at it, and then we can delve into it, and we can examine that organ and look at exactly what toxin, because obviously we're not really sick, we're toxic. What toxin, what emotions related to that organ. So obviously the liver is anger, kidneys is fear. And we can see what's driving it. So is it your food made mainly on lack of nutrition that's causing it? Is it you just got lack of minerals? You know, 1936 they said that there wasn't really enough minerals in the soil in the States to support life properly. You know, I mean 1936 because of the farming methods.
So really, we're touching on the thoughts and...
That's just the headphones need to be put back. That's it. That's good.
That's it.
That's good. So if you move the headphones, yeah.
The technology of Wilhelm Reich's findings.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of this technology was based on, you know, Wilhelm Reich, what he found.
Because he could find that the people were ill because of their emotional state.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
related to DOR, in fact, which is what we work on. It's what can make people ill.
Oh, totally, and really, you know, if you look at Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, which is before the Chinese medicine, goes back further. Not just the Vedas showing flying machines and all the rest of it 11,000 years ago, plasma weapons and things, but if you look at those ancient philosophies' understandings, the emotions were behind the manifestation of all physical disease.
Yeah.
So for example, your kidneys are fear. So that means that if you're in fear, your kidneys can't be healthy. Because the emotion, the high frequency emotion of fear, eventually will filter down to a lower frequency of the physical kidney and cause a problem with the kidney.
Which is why the elites want to keep us under stress.
Which is exactly why everyone's now in fear. How do they pay the mortgage, the mortgage, the death grip? How do they look after the kids? All these wars in the world. You know, you're told that 1 in 1 people are going to have cancer soon, which we know anyhow. So, you know, the fear-based mentality of government systems is actually to make sure people that, you know, don't actually have clarity of thought, and therefore if they're in fear or they're angry, they haven't got time to work out what's going on in the world. They just have time to try and survive. And unfortunately, we see it every day now. You know, kids of 6, 7, 8, 9 are on the phone all the time with massive EMF fields. They're getting glial cell cancer. Autism now in the States is 1 in 25. Yeah, never heard of before. I mean, when I went to school, no one had ADDH or autism. You never heard of it. Now, I mean, everyone's got it. 2007, the American Pediatric Society announced in 2007 that 50% of all American children, that's 0 to 16, were chronically ill.
Yeah.
You can't make this shit up. That's 2007.
And in some universities and schools, there's as many as 2 out of 3 on drugs.
Unbelievable.
Pharmaceutical drugs.
Totally. And 15%
with stress and psychological problems.
Totally. And 15% of all American children up to the age of about 9 are taking a class 1 drug before they go to school. For all these things. I mean, it's sparking, really.
So, we'll come back in a minute and we'll look at some of these. What's that, by the way?
What's that?
Is that the iris? Nope.
That, I didn't quite see that.
It was like a circular disc with
But that was probably was the yes, that was probably the iris, yeah. Yeah, the eye ground, yeah.
So this goes through all the flesh, the bones, the nervous system, circulatory system, all your organs.
Well, we can tell you see this field here. I mean, only the things ticked we were looking at. So you see all these ones aren't ticked. There's so many of them. I mean, if we looked at everything, because we can get down to literally DNA fragments with these systems.
Wow.
So we can look at chromosomes, for example, and if one chromosome is out, you'll see that genetically they say that this is you've got preposition to heart attack or something else. But we know nearly all of it is epigenetic. So the genetics is important, but it's nowhere near as important as the epigenetics. So research is done, and you can see all the things now. So anything that's in red, we're going to get back into again, because now it's flagged that, and we can look at and see what the system's saying about it.
Yeah. So brilliant. And I think people watching this video realise they've probably heard that each part of the body is it actually gives off a different frequency or works at a different frequency, which means it can be isolated and analysed.
Totally, yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.